Hi, my name is Parker. Hi, my name is Parker. 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 Parker.
The name. We open to Parker struggling to say his name because of his stutter, but also affirming confidently that he can and he will say it. For me, his removing of his name tag as he enters the party is his way of walking into this new space with confidence, despite what may seem like a hindrance. And he's not going to allow it to be a hindrance to stop him from facing that fear. So, even him in the mirror, all of these moments are building up to this moment where he decides that he's going to accept his stutter and he's not going to allow it to affect his life anymore. And so this piece had a lot to say in a short amount of time, but it gave a really well-rounded idea of what Parker was going through.
The name, I thought this was really, really great. I absolutely loved this. I never had a speech impediment or struggled with it, but I've had friends that have, and being able to see this and raising the kind of awareness and raising, just like the visibility of it, I thought was really, really great and felt really, really authentic and just the kind of what you saw him kind of working himself up for in his apartment versus the walk over and the kind of confidence that you saw he was building, and then by the time he gets to the front door you see this kind of confidence eclipse and kind of just like transform and take over, which I thought was so, so beautiful. And you didn't really need any dialogue, you didn't need anything else. You could clearly see like the kind of journey that he was on, just like I said, just by himself, like throughout this like afternoon to evening, of him, you know, in his apartment, working himself up, and then just like I said, the confidence that you could see growing. I thought it was really wonderful.
The Name is a very sweet film about dealing with a stammer, and the kind of anxieties that can create for you. You really feel how difficult it is for this guy to just say his name, um, and all the additional hurdles that creates for him in life. And you really, really feel those. But at the end, you get this really sweet moment of affirmation where he overcomes his fears and his anxieties in this very little visual moment that's really perfectly executed and just really, really moving and really sweet.
The name. A real honesty in this piece and an intimacy in the filmmaking, in the close ups and the silence and those private moments. So we really got to know this character and empathize with him in his determination to go and to offer himself and to say his name. The prep before him going into the house was also so relatable, and just seeing him like prepping himself up for that moment. So that ending made me really happy as well. A shared victory with the audience because we got so close to him, and that ultimately felt so good to be a part of.
This was great. Really a sweet film. I like that it takes its time to uh, let us live with Parker and his issue there, and we get to experience it and watch this little mini journey, and ultimately get to enjoy and celebrate with him in overcoming it. It's just really just a beautiful shape of a story. It's just told really well. Just super compelling when you get these very intimate human interest stories like this, and it was just put together really well. So all in all, just a really enjoyable film.
The name. The name is a strong short. See the struggles of the main character with his stuttering. He can say anything, but he can't say his name, apparently, for some reason. And I really see this internal conflict between the main character and his inner self, which trying to get better and trying to finally say that name. So he decides, he resorts takes an easier way out, just sticking the name on the chest, but then in the end he just says, no, I'm gonna do it, and then poof, he throws away, and then just enters in the party. I think the film has a good story arc. There is a good starting, development, and ending, and then in the end the main character manages to get to his goal and win the conflict. So overall, a very well done short. Congratulations.
The Name was a very interesting short film. I interpreted it as sort of having to do with overcoming social anxiety and sort of hyping yourself up for introducing yourself to new people, getting yourself out there, and how important it is just to show how much of a big deal it is to show yourself to the world. Especially when you're an introvert and social interactions are difficult for you. It seems like such a big hurdle just to get over that small step of introducing yourself and giving your name. So I think this sort of encapsulates how big of a deal that can feel for a lot of people, myself included sometimes. So even though it seems like such a small thing, in this film, you see how big a thing it actually can feel, which I think is really interesting and impressive that they're able to show that in a short film like this. With the little dialogue, you can just tell how much he's anticipating this and how much he wants these interactions to happen. You see how excited he is waiting at the door, but of course it is also difficult for him, as we see as he's sort of practicing in the beginning, introducing himself. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. It was a concept that I really haven't seen captured in film before, so I really appreciated that as well.